Hi, it's Gwen Fox, and I want to talk with you for just a minute on the subject of truth versus belief. Now, I don't know about you, but there are times that I think that things are true when it's just a belief. And what I mean by that, let me explain it with a story of when I was in high school. I was going to, every senior went to see the high school counselor. And I was excited because I was going to college. I was the first in my family. And I was super excited about this. And everybody came out and they were just raving and everybody was excited. And I went in, but let me explain though what Mrs. Jones was like. Mrs. Jones was a very tall, thin woman. She had jet black hair that was pulled back in a bun very tightly. She wore a black suit with a crisp white blouse, and the skirt was a pencil skirt, nude stockings, and black pumps. Her lipstick was a very bright, cool red, and she never smiled. And her earrings must have hurt her because she kept pulling them off and putting back on and pulling them off. So I had never been in Mrs. Jones's office, and when I went in, I was rather surprised for the simple reason that it didn't have a window. It was just this icky beige color that kind of is not one you want. But what I noticed is that her desk, it was just a metal desk. She sat in a metal chair, and I had one chair to sit in, and it was a metal chair right in front of her desk. So I go in, I am so excited, I can't stand it, and I sit down, and Mrs. Jones looks at me straight in the eyes and without even a glimmer of anything said, "Gwen, don't even apply to college because you're not smart enough." I thought, really? Not smart enough? Wow. And I was trying to assimilate what she had said. And then she looked at me and she says, "Gwen, that's it. You may leave." And I was devastated. I finally found my legs because they were shaking so bad. And I walked out of her office and I leaned against the cold brick wall. And I thought, what am I going to do? Now, the reason I tell you that story is that Mrs. Jones went with me to college. I did go to college. She went with me everywhere. She colored my world and she became part of it because what she said to me, I took on as truth. It was my belief that I wasn't smart enough, and I took it on as this is the truth. So as an artist, what are you carrying with you that is a belief that you think is true? What is it? Because we all do it. Because then when things came up, I would say that were a challenge for, oh, I can't do that. I'm not smart enough. And then one day I realized what had happened. But it had been many years, many, many years that it took for me to realize that when somebody says something to you and you take it on as truth, that's tough. So my question is to you. I want you to look at your life, look at your art. How many times do you go in or you go to a show and you look at something and you say, "Oh, I would love to paint." I can't do that. I'm not good enough. That is a belief that isn't true, because you can paint any way you want, do anything with the paper and the canvas and the paint. You just have to play long enough to be able to do it. So I want you to really think about this, because this is a very important thing. Beliefs sometimes are not truth. The truth is that you can be and paint what you want. The truth is that you are a gifted artist. The truth is there's only one of you in the entire world. So show us your gift.